I begin to I begin to
We are back with another 49ers highlight video breakdown to talk about the plays that were made from today's practice and put some context into them. As you already watched the highlight, we're going to break it down play by play. This was Brock Purdy's first throw of the day. As you can see, nice little throw to Brandon Ayuk, only where Brandon Ayuk could get it. And of course, Brandon Ayuk does what he does and makes a phenomenal catch, extending the hands and bringing it in. This particular throw, from my understanding, is from Brandon Allen. This was one of a throw that was a deep comeback from Deebo Samuel. Obviously, you can see Deebo had to dig it out a little bit, but a pretty good throw nonetheless. Brandon Allen had a much better day on the day than any of the previous practices throughout training camp. These are some one-on-one reps that were had, and we are back to team period. Let's see, who was this particular quarterback? You got Brock Purdy finding George Kittle right over the middle, and George, of course, in this scenario would have went for some yards after the catch. This next play is also from Brock Purdy. This, for me, is why I love being able to watch tape or watch film back, because sometimes the eye can lie to you. Now, I was kind of behind this play, so I didn't get a full look at what Diamador Lenore did here. But as you can see, Brock Purdy is throwing it to the outside toward the left sideline, and he gets it right over. I didn't even see that. He got it over the outstretched hand of that defender. But what Brock is trying to do here is get this fitted into George Kittle. But as you can see, Diamador Lenore actually does a really good job of positioning himself to be able to potentially pick this off. Now, from my vantage point, it looked like he got his arm across, but as you can see, he actually was trying to break on this and get an interception, and it was George Kittle who had to play defense on this play. This was called a holding penalty by the referee. They threw a flag on this, and they called it on Diamador Lenore. So it went for the offense. But again, this is just another reason why having visual evidence, I've heard Kyle say it before, and I've heard many coaches say it before. The eye in the sky doesn't lie. And as you can see, Diamador Lenore was actually in pretty good position to make that interception. Actually, a good job by George Kittle to make sure that didn't happen. Critique here from Brock Purdy. Want to make sure you're not putting this in a spot where the defensive back can get it and get it more to the outside, maybe with a little bit more power on the throw. CMC with a nice little cutback run. This was Trey Lance's best throw on the day. This thing was a dart. Came out with such great velocity, and you can see the accuracy by it. Hit Brandon Ayuk almost right in the face, and you can see Ambry Thomas is in pretty solid coverage too. But better catch, better throw by Trey Lance to Brandon Ayuk. Again, this, in my opinion, was Trey Lance's best throw of the day. Solid spin on the ball, accurate, and urgent. This was the almost interception by D. Winters. As you can see, this ball from Sam Darnold is kind of low and away, and D Winters got his hands on it, just couldn't bring it in. So D Winters actually showed out, the 49ers draft pick from this past year, linebacker, kind of showing out a little bit. This looks like a one-on-one rep. Ayuk versus Ambry. Let's see who's the quarterback on this particular throw. We've got Brandon Allen. Again, Brandon Allen had a pretty good day on this particular day, finding Danny Gray in the soft spot of the zone and completing a very catchable ball to Danny Gray. Willie Snead, 1v1. Tabe Martin. I believe this also was another Brandon Allen completion. Sam Darnold to Debo Samuel. Oh, this one was a beauty. So I counted this one as a sack. You're not going to be able to see it, but to the right of Brock Purdy, you had a defender kind of holding up. So I would call this a sack, but about a step later, Brock Purdy unloads this thing, and as you can see, just drops it in the bucket. Pretty nice ball there from Brock Purdy. You can make the case that this throw and the Trey Lance throw to Brandon Ayuk were the best throws on the day. Brandon Allen had some good throws as well. Definitely a rougher day for Sam Darnold in the office, but that was a really nice ball to Juwan Jennings. Dropped it right in the bucket at the back corner pylon. So these were the highlights from today's practice. As you can see, breaking it down with a little bit more context from what we saw at today's training camp. Overall, would say probably Brock Purdy had the edge on the day, although he wasn't perfect. Again, as you can see, near interception by Diamador Lenore, and got into some sack trouble a little bit. But I still think Brock Purdy was really starting to settle in. He still has room to continue to improve, just like all the other quarterbacks have. Again, Trey Lance had a pretty solid day, and Sam Darnold took a step back from some of the practices he's had before. And then Brandon Allen came out and actually had a pretty good day. So quarterbacks continuing to cook. As you can see, wide receivers doing their work too. And as always, this highlight is from the San Francisco 49ers, posted to their Twitter feed. And as always, for more training camp updates, please like and subscribe for more updates.